How's it going, Internet? I'm WavePunk, and welcome back to eSports Thursdays. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'm going to get back on the grind, give you that video a week I promised you. But this week we're going to be talking about Rocket League Championship Series, the RLCS Season number 2. Registration started today, so if you want to play, go get on there, rocketleagueesports.com, and get your team registered so you can play with the big boys. Season 2, though, we got some changes from Season 1, and there's some good changes, and I'm excited. We're going to talk about those today. First point, bigger prizes. We had a $75,000 prize pool Season 1, $250,000 prize pool in Season number 2. I'm really excited about the way this works. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later with a different web page. So we're going to move on and talk about new format first, but we'll come back to that money thing in a little bit. The first thing that was big about the RLCS in Season number 1 was that it was a little bit confusing, that you had an online qualifier, and then you had group stages, and then playoffs and online finals, and then you did it all again. And the points from the first one carried over to the points from the second one, and like it was every time I tried to explain it to someone, it was really confusing, right? They streamlined the process considerably in Season number 2 to make things easier and just to have a better overall experience for the viewers and for the players. So first thing is, it's an open qualifier that goes straight into league play, that goes into regional playoffs, grand finals. No split. Everything immediately affects the thing that follows it. There's 4 sections. It's great. So the first open qualifier, you're very familiar with this. This is basically what we had in Season number 1. Anyone can qualify, or anyone can register, anyone can play in a large open bracket, and the top 8 teams that make it through from each region qualify for the Rocket League Championship Series Season 2. Now, those top 8 teams move on to the league play, where they will all play each other round-robin style per region. So NA still only playing NA, EU still only playing EU, and they will play best-of-5 series. Now, this line here might be a little confusing because we usually talk about things as best of 5s or series of 5s, and here's a best of 5 series. A series of 5 is when you play all 5 games, and regardless of how the games go, you play all 5. So if a team 5-0s you, or if you 3-2 or whatever, it doesn't matter, okay? You always play all 5 games, and that makes things very, very clear and crisp, because at the end of the season, all teams will play the exact same number of games, and it's very, very easy to see who's on the top and who's not, right? So they're not doing that this season. We're doing best of 5s, which means it's the first team to win 3 games, which means the series could be over in 3 games, or it could go as long as 5 games. Okay, but as you see in the second bullet point, team standings are decided by series wins. Not game wins, series wins. So the best of 5 series, how many series you win will determine your rankings. Okay, so it'll show how many in the standings. The win-losses will be the series you have played, not the games you have played. The only time that the games will come into play is as a tiebreaker. If you have 2 teams that have the same series record, we'll look at win percentage. If a team has 3-0'd every team they've played, then they're going to have a higher win percentage, even though they've played less games than another team that won other series but won them 3-2, where they're losing games. So the games will matter if a tie happens, but otherwise it's just going to be your series win totals. Makes for a little bit better viewing experience. You know, you're not going to have series where it's like, okay, well, that team just beat the other team 4 games in a row, blowouts, and now we got a game number 5. Will they rally back and take a game off them? Probably not. You know, that's always boring. So it's good to have just be best of 5s. It'll make for a good show. I hope you guys enjoy that. But so, that's how the seasonal play is going to work. You're going to have your standings based on your series wins. And now the bottom 2 teams, 7 and 8, at that point will be eliminated. They have no contention to move on in the RLCS. But teams 1 through 6 move on to the regional playoffs. Now teams 1 and 2 automatically get a bye into the grand final matches of the playoffs, okay? And the other teams, 3 through 6, will battle for spots 3 and 4. Now, the top 4 teams from the region go to the LAN. So if you place 1 and 2 in seasonal play, you automatically qualify for the RLCS LAN, okay? 3 through 6 then have to play for each spots in the top 4 finals, which then at that point you have all of them, and you're just kind of playing for seeding and money, right? So 1 and 2, if you get 1 and 2 in seasonal play, that's what you're playing for, because then you get that. You don't even have to worry about the regional playoffs. Regional playoffs, you're just playing for money. You can't possibly get knocked out. You're going to the LAN, and then if you're not able to make it to 1 and 2, at least get 3 through 6, and you've got a shot to make it through the double elimination bracket of the league playoff, the regional playoffs. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see how this all breaks down. I love the fact that seasonal play has a direct impact on the LAN, and then you have the playoffs immediately following that, which also puts some teams into the LAN. And so just to make things a little bit clearer, we'll back out of this tab and we'll pull up another one here. This one, it shows you, it's a 3-month span. Regular season, the open qualifiers, shows you the weekends for that. League play, there's a mid-season classic. That's going to be a lot of fun, just kind of a more like an all-star-y sort of event. A lot of details to come on that one. I don't even know a lot of the details details on that, so I'm excited to find out what that's going to be like. And then you can see league play following that one, regional playoffs, regional championship. Again, this is the teams from the number 1 and 2 spot will play in the regional championship when it's just narrowed down to 4 teams. The team 3 through 6 will play for the other 2 spots in the regional playoffs the weekend before it. But then at that point, you're just playing for money and seeding to go to the RLCS Grand Finals. 4 teams from EU, 4 teams from NA. It's going to be a lot of fun. And now the thing I want to talk about in this graphic is the way the money is broken down. You can see the Grand Finals is going to be a $125,000 prize pool, which is fantastic. It's going to be so great. And money, so much more money on the table for these teams to win. You'd have the Mid-Season Classic where you can win $10,000. You'd have the Regional Championships where there's $25,000. And then you see this point down here? This is probably my favorite point. $28,000 dispersed between the 8 teams in each region for participation during league play. Teams are going to get paid just to play matches in this series. You get money regardless of how well you do. If you show up to every single match that you're required to play in the RLCS, you make money. So the money, there's more money being in the prize pool for these players means that you're going to get it in better ways. It's not just, oh, the winners of the very end get like a huge lump sum. Okay, they do. That is happening. But you're also incentivized to play well, to play as a team, and to put on a good show through the entire Season 2 of the RLCS. So I am so excited about how this season is going to go, and I'm so excited to be continuing to make Esports Thursday videos. If you have ideas or things you want me to talk about in Esports Thursdays, it's going to be as broad as what I think about a specific player in esports, or what I think about any other leagues other than Rocket League. Anything is up for grabs in these videos. Let me know in the comments below, and leave a like, subscribe, all that good YouTuber stuff. If you got any questions about this video, leave those in the comments as well. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.